The Surge.
Smallzy surgery.
The Surgery.
This is Smallzy Surgery.
Oh, hey, it is Smallzy here. Thank you for downloading the podcast. No one texted me. I asked yesterday's episode. I said, send me a text message. 04800 32 525. Say hello. Please do it today. And I will wait. No, I'm joking. Let's get into this episode. Dermot Kennedy, Irish singer-songwriter in Australia with a sold-out tour. He's behind a bunch of tracks that we played on the show, including Outnumbered, Paradise with Medusa. He took over Nova's Red Room and a chat. Let's roll it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dermot Kennedy.
Hey, what's up? This is Dermot Kennedy. You're listening to Smallzy on Nova.
Once upon a time, I was something to someone.
It is Dermot Kennedy!
Got that power over me.
Oh, hey, Dermot Kennedy.
Hey, how are you?
How are you, mate?
I'm good, thank you.
Thank you for doing Nova's Red Room for us.
Of course.
And a pleasure to meet you in the flesh for the first time.
You too, yeah. We've spoken on the phone, right?
Well, Zoom.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it doesn't hit the same.
Not at all.
Don't know
No.
about you. Your hair didn't look that colour when I
No,
saw you on
no,
Zoom.
no,
Is
no,
that
no.
new? Is that new, or is
It
it?
is new,
or was the
yeah.
camera wrong?
No. It was new. And yeah, it's just, I don't know. I don't know actually what happens next. I don't know if I wash my hair a bit more, will it go out? I couldn't tell you.
Okay, because for people who can't see, it's like platinum blonde.
Exactly,
Yeah. I think that my mum used to say to me, "Don't do that to your hair because it'll fall out and never grow back." So,
Yeah, well,
good
my-
luck with that.
Yeah. Well, my dad is completely bald, so I live in fear. So.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, you
yeah.
are really chasing the sun there a little bit, aren't you?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be doing
Yeah,
that.
I'm not trying to provoke it.
Well, welcome to Australia.
Thank you very much.
You've done Brisbane so far, right?
And one night in Melbourne.
One night
yeah.
and one night in Melbourne. What do you think of our fair country?
So good, honestly. I know that's like a classic thing that you
It
probably
is,
expect me
actually.
to say.
I need some more
I know.
detail
I know.
there,
No, I know.
please.
But the reason, it kind of reminds me of home a little bit, you know? Crowds are just, I don't know, there's plenty of people from home that are here, you know that. But
Yeah.
like also, it just, I don't know, the crowd doesn't feel judgmental. It doesn't feel like it takes itself too seriously. We all just have a good time. I don't know, there's a correlation between Irish and Australian for sure.
Yeah, I totally agree. Do you feel like when you speak to other Aussies, there's a little bit less of a translation barrier? Like you can just speak and then don't have to think about, are they going to understand that? Because
For sure.
you've come from North America where everyone would look at you like, why? You sound like you're speaking English,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
you
yeah.
aren't speaking English.
Yeah, or they just call me Dermot relentlessly.
Do they really?
Oh, all the time, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
They don't must not have that name there.
No, it's not a name.
It's
I
not
don't
a
know
name
why
at
they
all.
Do it. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
It's just the way they do it, and sometimes it's happened multiple times where I pulled up to venues in the States and my name on the thing will be
Shut
Dermot.
up.
Yeah.
That's
We have to
fantastic.
get it
I mean,
fixed,
it's not
yeah.
fantastic, but I mean,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
a fantastic story to tell. So you're doing the Red Room for us.
Yes.
The new track, which we are loving at Nova. Tell me about it.
Okay, so this is a song I wrote a while ago, and I think the crux of the song is just that idea that no matter how lost you might feel, it's just about a consolation and about the sort of comfort that's always there, that you mean something to anybody, right? And that doesn't necessarily mean like a romantic relationship. It can be someone who's down on their luck, but just knowing that their mother still cares about them, and just the idea that you're on someone's mind, you know?
Nice. Well, I have to say, you have got the most incredibly beautiful voice, if that
Thank
is
you very
weird to
much.
say.
Not at all.
Not weird to say. It's like
No.
it's hitting me right here as I'm sitting opposite you. So let's go live to the Red Room and your performance right now. It's Dermot Kennedy here on Nova.
Dings. Well, that's because I did a gig last night.
Yes.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I'm very paranoid about the whole thing. Like baldness and voice.
Yeah. Dermot Kennedy hanging out with us tonight here at Nova. Question, I don't know if I know the answer to this. When did you start singing? Were you like a child prodigy, or did you accidentally fall into it, or...
Kind of accidentally. So my sister plays piano very well, and she used to play Westlife songs, and I would sing. And then I think my parents realized I was good, but everybody had to be standing outside the room.
Okay.
With the door closed.
Yep.
And if I caught anyone peeking in, it was over. All that sort of stuff. But like, I was mad into football as a kid.
Okay.
And so music kind of like bubbled alongside that. And so it was this lovely thing where I loved doing it, but I didn't necessarily take it too seriously, which was great because I got to perform to big crowds, even like school talent shows. I wasn't too worried about it because I didn't think it was the be all and end all. I probably had a match the next day that I cared about more. And this is the age of like 12 or 13. And then just as life went on, I started playing in the street, which is magic for your voice because you figure out how to like just make people actually stop. There's no better test, you know what I mean? And
there's no better test than like performing in the street. If you're like quiet and meek, no one will stop and listen,
totally,
right?
but even
like,
tonight, like we have a sold out show, like that's I mean it's like it's handed to you, you know?
Yeah.
And so everybody's already happy to be there. In the street, people
they actually
don't
resent
want to
you.
be
They actually
there.
don't
Yeah.
want to hear you sing.
They actively don't wanna
They're
hear
actually
it.
like, could you shut up? You're ruining my day.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
And,
Unless you're good.
Sure.
And then you're like, wow. This street kid's real good. He's going to be famous one day.
Busking's a big thing here, right?
Yeah, it is, absolutely. Yeah, there's like, and I mean, when I say busking is big here, good busking is a big thing. There's a lot of bad busking.
Sure,
though. There's a lot of people where
sure.
you're like,
Well, it's open to everybody,
yeah,
right?
you know, I shouldn't judge you because I'm not there doing it, but I wouldn't be doing it if I sounded like. Who told? Well, I guess if you started young, who told you were good enough at it to, you know, have a crack at, you know, a record deal and touring? Was there a moment that you go, oh, this was the guy that, you know, tapped me on the shoulder and said, actually, this could be a career?
Nah, not really. And I never sort of. It was never this thing of like, oh, you're a great singer, singing. It was always about the writing. It was always lyrically, always. It wasn't necessarily how sort of perfect it was. It was about how I could make people feel, and that's what I carry with me now. You know, I think I take the vocals very seriously and everything, but I think the main thing is that you have your words and your lyrics arranged in such a way, and then you perform in such a way that you can actually just affect people. And so that's always been the main driving thing for me.
Yeah, nice. All right, well, I got a lightning round of questions for you. You ready to go? Just
so.
you know, let's just get
You're
to
gonna
know you a
catch
little
me
bit.
off guard,
Yeah,
I think.
well, maybe I might. I don't know. Here we
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Rapid fire questions. It's like Vogue, 73 questions.
Is it, yeah?
But not Vogue.
And not
there's
73?
And not 73. So here we go. Most surprising thing you did to make money before you were famous? Before you were being paid for music, how were you earning dollars?
Does busking count?
No, that's making music.
Oh, okay. Dress up as SpongeBob.
Okay,
Yeah.
at a theme park, child parties, or
Supermarket.
oh, get out!
Awful, yeah,
awful,
yeah, terrible.
If they made a movie about your life, who would you like to play you?
It's classic, isn't it? Because you just pick someone infinitely more attractive than yourself.
and it-
Tom Hardy.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
You asked me.
Ever been starstruck?
Yeah. Justin Vernon from Bon Iver.
Is that so?
The only time I actually couldn't, like, my hands were shaking and I couldn't figure it out.
Is that
you know?
because you get to this moment when you really like someone, you want them to like you, so you just overthink every interaction you have because you don't want to embarrass yourself?
Yeah, it's just his music like meant more to me than I could explain in that moment. And it's funny because now I'll bump
And
into
he's like,
people-
oh, another fan.
No, 100%. Like, and he was getting on the bus, and I was kind of like, "Excuse me."
Yeah.
So,
I want to say,
yeah.
hidden talent. Anything you
I
can
don't
do?
have many of them. Well, I don't know. I consider myself a fairly decent footballer.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Go-to excuse to get out of an event. Maybe, you know, you're tired. Someone says, let's go down the pub for a drink. Is there something you go, oh, no, show tomorrow? Is there an excuse you use that...
You know, I'm getting to a point in life where you just got to be honest. And you're like, I don't want to
I'm not in the mood.
Totally.
I don't want to see
Because
you.
I spent the last 30 years being like, my dog is sick.
Yeah.
So I just...
Now he just goes with, not interested.
Yeah.
Weirdest place a fan has said hello or recognized you.
This happened last week.
Okay.
Right? So I was in rural Ireland, not last week, maybe a couple of weeks ago, in rural Ireland, in a friend's back garden.
Yep.
Literally.
And you think you're safe, right? You think
yeah.
you're like, no one
You're on
knows.
private property, right?
Well,
yeah.
no, you never know, right?
And enjoying the view, and then I looked over, and this guy, the neighbor, who I don't know, had his eye up to the fence.
Like through the hole.
Yeah. It was like Dermot Kennedy, and I was like, oh, come on. Like, I'd been at a wedding the night before and stuff. I was
Are you a loud talker? Is that how he recognized you through the
Maybe.
fence?
Yeah,
It was like,
maybe.
no one sounds like that.
Yeah.
Rural island is a small place.
Exactly.
And
yeah,
then
yeah.
you,
But that was weird.
Nice. Last one, and this will define our relationship moving
Sure.
forward.
Yeah.
Dogs or cats?
Oh, dogs all day.
Fantastic.
I knew that was the right answer.
Fantastic.
Because if you put that much weight on it, it's dogs.
Absolutely. Anyone chooses cats, don't trust you.
Yeah.
Thanks for doing the Red Room.
Nice one. Thank you.
Superstar. Thanks for coming to Australia. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Appreciate it.
And we look forward to getting you back in town, bigger venues, more shows.
Always.
And another record.
I'll be back for sure.
Legend.
I'll always come back. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, mate.
Smallzy Surgery
is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.